What's up, Facebook? It is Friday, the first day of May, the last show of the week, and you are live with Massimo Dodana at Midday with Mas. I want to thank the thousands upon thousands of viewers we've had all week. We've had a rough week. We've been up, we've been down, it's been raining, it's been sunny. I think the weather has just broke. And I think it's time to start our official last show of the week. Wouldn't be possible without the head geek, the nerd, the man behind the keyboard, the person that keeps the internet alive, Mike the Geek Bloomfield. Is that better? Too much light.
It's okay. Hello.
So what's up, Mikey?
Nothing. I just finished our premiere episode of End the Week with the Geeks. So that was fun. We were supposed to go live at 2, but I had to postpone it to 2:30 because
you were running late as usual.
My STK steaks were arriving exactly at 2, so I had to prep them and get Jimmy out. Jimmy is now currently out delivering to all of my staff. I think Christina just got hers. That's why she went to go put hers away. So she'll be on in a couple of minutes. You want to see the premiere? Pastrami. That looks good. I had leftover Chinese for lunch. Want to see the opening I made for End the Week with the Geeks?
Sure.
I love templates.
I mean, it was pretty cool. I don't know. You know, you should be sending it to our partners.
Who?
The Gotham guys.
That's not really what they do. They're not video like that. That like logo reveals and stuff. They're definitely capable of doing it, but that's not their expertise. Their expertise is production, filming, making videos. That's kind of different. They're more than capable of doing it, but took me a half an hour. I signed up for it's called Envato Elements. It's now a subscription based, so tons of templates, stock footage, stock video. So mess around with it. Comments. I didn't get my steaks yet. Maria did not get hers. She ordered you one, right?
Hope so. If not,
so where did you go from? Oh, we got Christina back. Hold on.
I'm answering the question. I got the I got to be honest with you. Chairman, Chairmen, Chairman or Chairman?
Chairman. Hold on, let me bring Christina in.
Afternoon.
Maria said she ordered steak for you, Ma. You have that shirt, Christina? Thank you to Vinny Bonami from Special Tees. I sent some of my staff wanting some comfortable housewear. What would you call that? House clothing? Loungewear. And your dog's trying to eat the shirt now.
Biting it. See, this is the conditions I have to work in. Anything that hangs, he's going to bite.
And then you got your steak, and the surprise that I sent to my staff was everyone got Flagship Brewery. I sent them all a 6-pack of Blood Orange to go with their steak.
Yep, that was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting any of this. It feels like it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Ellen visited.
No, what was it? Oprah. You get a steak. You get a steak. Everyone gets a house. Moss, you don't like it? It's your show. Take back over. Go ahead.
I fell asleep. Sorry.
Bite it, please.
So you were going to say something. You were writing that. You were chatting. You were answering a DM, but you were saying something.
NYPD is still looking for a body of a person who jumped from the VZ. This is becoming a lot more common.
They said mental health. But I think this is the third one, right? In like a week and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Weren't they installing a net to catch people?
Yes.
What is that? Can you imagine you jump and now you're hanging?
I got to tell you the truth. You got to be a pretty I don't want to. I don't want to promote it. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I just
Probably better not, because I think I know where you were going with it.
I mean, we'll leave it alone. Anyway, so I got Michael Graziuso.
First off, I don't believe that for a second.
What?
Speaking of Oprah, she might be the running mate for Biden.
You would be happy.
I would not. I'm a Howard Stern fan. We do not like Oprah Winfrey.
You liberal Democrat. You would love it.
Yeah. Go ahead. So you were saying?
So Michael Graziuso is asking me business-related questions on Facebook Messenger. I don't think Facebook Messenger is a professional platform to conduct business. I got Mike Graziuso asking me one question, and I have some girl asking me if she wants me to be her webcam girl. Like, it's Facebook Messenger. Like, it's just not a professional platform. I'm not joking.
I'm just being honest. I don't get random text like Facebook message. Hey, can I be your webcam girl? What sites are you on?
You don't get a lot of like. I get people like the stupid chains. I get the porn. I get it all sent to Facebook.
No, I don't. I also block people like if they annoy me immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a half and half, Arnold Palmer?
No. Diet Snapple.
Just straight
Also,
diet.
doesn't Moss have like almost 5,000 friends, and Mike, you have like just people you actually know?
Christina, I started deleting people.
It's been real. Hi, Christina.
5,000. I'm at the 5,000 mark myself, so I have to start deleting
Oh, well,
people.
you guys are so cool. I'm at 5,000 friends on Facebook.
I did it because I was like, it's great, it'll be exposure, but it's not exposure because the way the algorithms work, unless these people are actually liking and commenting on your stuff, they're not seeing it. 10% of your audience is seeing what you post. So
what are you doing? Did you burn yourself? Is that a tattoo? What's going on?
I think they tried taking me out with the China virus.
Oh, the antibody test? I was on a webinar at 2:00 with a doctor from, I don't remember what hospital, and she was talking about how the antibody tests right now are really bad because they have such a false positive rate that you can't go by them.
Listen, it is what it is. I got tested.
Let's be happy. New York may be reopening in the middle of May. So schools are closed for the remainder of the year.
Yep. I got a big Partners in Sound announcement coming up too.
Do you? So schools are closed for the remaining of the year. And we are not opening by mid-May. By mid-May is phase 1, which would be construction and manufacturing. 14 days following that, we will watch the trend. I actually have a great website that I would like to pull up that I got off of this. It's your show, Moss. Can I bring up a quick website with some?
You can, but we're going to ask first for our 17 million viewers to please share. Is this statistics?
It's New York City Gov's website. So remember, there's 3 key elements that they watch, right? For the phases, it's the hospital, critical care, and testing in New York City. So if you look around April 22nd, we drop below the line where they want to be for hospitalizations, which is great. We are under the line for hospitalizations and continuing that trend. Critical care is they want to be below this line. That's how many people are in ICU, with critical care. We are getting lower, but we are not at the line where they would like us to be yet. They want this to get down. I don't.
Like I've been raising the bar above the line my whole life. I'm never.
Yeah, so we're good. And then testing in New York City, we want to be below this line and below. We're getting closer. So the green is below, which is the number of public health laboratory testing. We need to get the brown line needs to drop a little lower down to the 20%. So we're seeing all good things, but we're not there yet. We're trending to where we need to be.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
Let's talk
Stay home. Do not go outside tomorrow. It's going to be 70 degrees. Do not go out.
I can't wait till Monday morning when you're going to be crying that there was bumper-to-bumper traffic on the Staten Island Expressway. Guess what, people? There's no chance you're keeping these people in this weekend. Anyway, back to a more important question. Look at that pastrami.
That is delicious.
I think
George said there is a way to trick that algorithm. Yeah, you know how you trick that, Christina? You share a chain letter that says, I love those. The people that send this, I'm not seeing anybody's feed, but if you share this,
I know, but I mean, that does kind of work because it gets people commenting and it does the reach, that's really all it is.
Good afternoon, Vinny Bonami. We showed the shirt that I had sent to Christina. Thank you. My team is very happy. They like the shirts and the shorts that they have. The second we lift the staying order, it will spike again. All right, very good, George. I agree. Manufacturing, yeah. Thank goodness I pay to be in the garment manufacturing industry. So when can I hug my granddaughter? Well, we'll ignore that question. We're getting closer, Hope. Hey, look, Trump did put together a thing that we're all going to be able to select 10 people. Those are the 10 people that you will be able to see. So, Hope, you did make my 10 list, right? It would be you, Tom, my mom, my stepdad. Yes. Oh, you counted for me? No, you're not on my 10 because I love you to death. If I put you on my 10, I can't see anybody else because your 10 list is probably like 10 million. Look at him roll his eyes at me. My parents from Florida, I said, that's 6. I said my in-law, my brother-in-laws.
When did he say this?
Who? Like two days ago, there was an article. He said it during a briefing.
So we could pick 10 friends?
It's basically 10 people. The reason he's talking about this is for contact testing. Because if you were to get sick, then your 10 people would be quarantined because they know they were with you and be
those
tested.
10 people, the next day may see 10 other different people, which might see 10 up. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
But that's how contact tracing is. But if you could limit contact tracing to 10, it's a lot easier. Will you be doing a virtual mixer for Cinco de Mayo? Vito would like to know.
Massimo, there is a big announcement. Big announcement.
Will you be announcing on this show?
I would have to probably ask my partners.
I thought you were the big shot. We're on this show. We're learning you really don't have any say.
No, you see, the key thing to a successful partnership is like the key thing to a successful marriage. You know what the key thing to a good marriage is?
Making sure everyone's happy.
A girlfriend. The second thing, no, I'm joking. The key thing to a good marriage is honesty and communication. A partnership is like a marriage. And, you just need to announce.
Vinny says, we need the announcement. And George says the second he sees you, he's giving you a big hug.
George, he can hug me. I'll go there right now and he can hug me.
I think he meant it for me, but it's for you now. I'm transferring that hug to you. Christina, who's on your 10 list?
My what?
If you had to pick 10 people you would see, who would you pick?
My grandma. I don't have 10 friends.
I would have to put Jimmy and Michelle on my list.
I just saw Jimmy.
Did you didn't get close to him though, right?
No.
Did you hug him?
No.
All right.
I never hug anyone.
Were you 6 feet apart?
Not when he handed it to me. No.
So Joe Modena,
supposed to put
I
it
have
down.
no pull. Joe, in regards to what I have no pull, Joe. I mean,
It's a big deal.
Joe, number one, thanks for tuning in.
I think that's a great idea, George.
My plan is to lick doorknobs and get this over with. Bad idea.
Herd immunity.
Listen, I got to be real. I'm done with this. I'm sick. I passed my 10 by I passed my 10 by 100 weeks ago. I don't get it.
I was the only one that didn't get it. I thought it was over my head. We know Christina didn't get it. She says
Wait.
most of our jokes go over her head.
What did you do with the clothing that Vinny Bonomi dropped off to you? Immediately in the wash.
No, mine and Nicole's are going to go in the wash. Theirs, I doused in Lysol before I gave it to Jimmy. I ripped the bag up with a scissor, and the bag is still outside on my front porch. No offense, Vinny. The STK stuff I had to touch. Then I had a Lysol. And now it's in some of the STKs in my refrigerator. Once it gets out of my refrigerator, I'm going to completely Lysol my refrigerator. It's a very hard life. I can't wait for this to be over as well, Moss.
Mike,
did you Lysol your bag?
Me?
No, Christina.
No way.
No way.
No way. It's going to ruin the steak.
It's going to ruin the steak?
It's going to have a hint of like bleach in the background.
I was going to steal his groceries on the chair. That wasn't groceries. Those were cans and stuff because I leave all my garbage outside to let it brew for a few days before I take it. I was going to steal. And Mike, you are too much. Thank you, Silvana. I'm not that bad. Am I that bad? No. Mas, do we lose you or how's
No, we're
here? You waiting for your permission?
No, it's not permission. It's respect. So
I would like to know when all three of you will be guests on COVID Talk. Oh, okay. Vito must be one of Anthony's trolls. He's sending trolls in Anthony because we attack him all show. I was already on COVID Talks. Moss was already on COVID Talks. Christina, when will you be on COVID Talk?
Probably not ever because I have never watched the show. I told you guys that. I don't know. I don't know who he is. So
Anthony came on my end of the week with the geeks and trolled me, Moss. Like we troll him. He started telling me that I was all choppy, and I thought I was all choppy. And then everyone else says, "Don't listen to him. You're fine." So we're gonna mess with him tonight.
So I had my antibodies test yesterday, never hoping to have had a virus before. So I got a big announcement. One of my partners has given me the green light. And I always like to, we all trust each other, and it's important to trust each other. But it's important. It's an important thing. So, Mike, I'm going to share my screen.
Hey, did I spell announcement right? I think so. Yeah, it looks right.
Yeah.
Make it full screen.
Full screen.
So, on behalf of Michael Gregorio, Anthony Girardi, Massimo Dodana, and the entire staff here of Partners in Sound, due to the fact that New York City is the school system is officially closed, Partners in Sound will be DJing any prom that we were booked for free virtually. You can bring me back on. This announcement is important. We've been working on it for just about a week and a half now. I don't know how it's over there, Mike. So the reason being, Mike, that I think it's so important that we did this, honestly, is because I think the virtual party is the most terrible idea on the face of this earth. I think virtual entertainment in my field should be anyone that thinks it's a good idea should go out and maybe jump from a bridge or shoot themselves or kill themselves, because what makes our company and our field so great is that our job is to read a crowd. And it's going to be so hard to remotely read a crowd and get people to dance. Mike, let's stop with the virtual. So what we're going to do, I think, honestly, I'm not being a jerk. And
and look, I agree with you. A virtual prom seemed like terrible idea. However, there's nothing we could do to change the fact that we can't have proms. So
100%.
you're giving these kids that could have completely missed the prom the opportunity to experience something that in a virtual way. And you know what? It's going to go down in history. No one really talks about their prom 10 years later, right? You don't go, oh my God, that prom was the best.
No, I disagree. I still think it's important. How are they having a virtual prom? So, Vin, this is exactly what we're going to do. First off, it's a first come, first serve basis. Okay, number one. Number two, we are reserving the proms for the schools. We do about a dozen proms every year, maybe even a little bit more. Okay, and thank you, Cole, from the PISP Philadelphia division. What makes DJs great is the ability to read a crowd. Mm-hmm. I don't care what you do for a living. There's certain things you can't do virtually, and there's no way us as performers, we can perform virtually and be able to take our parties to the next level by a computer screen. I'm sorry. And
I don't disagree with you on that one.
So, and Vinny, some of the questions you bring up are exactly the reason why we are going to give back to the community, the Partners in Sound brand, and we're going to do this for free. Because again, what do I charge somebody? We've created a platform that's going to allow people to log in. They're going to be able to see the music. They're going to be able to take our DJs and MCs are going to be able to take requests. Okay. We had to come up with a virtual, a a distancing, or respect the social distancing, because in order to do this, we need to put a couple of guys in our warehouse. And at this point, we're going to be able to give something back to the kids. And we're hopefully in 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months, they'll be able to have their real prom. But right now, we're going to give them something for free, give back to the community, because at the end of the day, as we enter our 30th year in business, the only reason why we've been in business for 30 years is because our community has served us and has had our back. So what better way to have their back in a time of need like this? And that's why Anthony Girardi, Mike Gregorio, and myself, the three principals of Partners in Sound, the corporate division, we have predominantly said, let's give back to the community. Now, if there's a school out there that needs a prom, needs a virtual prom, reach out to us. Once we fill in all of our dates with our existing clients that have been doing business with us for years and years and years, okay? That's a little weird. We'll get you in. You know, the Partners in Sound team is here to give back. We're here to do the right thing by the community. And at the end of the day, you know, you got to have the back of the community that's had your back. So that's my big announcement.
I like it. Look, again, I get what you're saying. I get why you don't want to do it, but you're doing it.
I don't like, guys, I think the concept of a virtual event, conference, great. Board meeting. The Beanie Fund is having our board meeting virtually Monday. Fine. Doing this, fine. But there is just certain things that you can never recreate virtually. Talking about a prom. One of the most intimate things at a prom is the first dance with your prom date. Maybe it was somebody you had a crush on. Maybe it's your high school sweetheart. Maybe it's someone that you're just really good friends with and you want to have that connection for the rest of your life with that person, boy or girl. How do you do that virtually? You can't. I'm sorry. You can't. And you know, there's certain things that have to go back to normal at some point. And I think events are going to get back there. And I think people are going to turn around at some point and you know, realize that, hey, I'm not feeling good today. I feel a little under the weather. They're going to text the bride and groom. They're going to text that, you know, the parents of the host or the hostess. Hey guys, I'm feeling under the weather. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. And it's going to be accepted, you know, where years ago, if you turned around, okay, and didn't show up to a party, you'd be kind of like, I paid $600 for you and your wife to come. I can't believe you didn't come. Well, I was sick. Come on, bro. You really couldn't come for just an hour? It's going to be accepted, Mike, to maybe, you know, I'm not saying pull a no-show, but, you know, pull a no-show. You know, if you're sick, and I think it's going to be there. I think I can't tell you how many events I go to that I'm not feeling 100% to, but I go to not because I want to, but because I have to. You know, so let's read something. What do you think you will have? What do you think sorry.
I'll pull it up. What do you think? So what do you think your high school 20th year take place is scheduled on June 27th? That's like the second time he's asked that. He's very into this high school reunion.
I mean, Vito, I'm with all due respect, you know, I'm worried about the kids that are graduating that have been breaking their ass for the last 12 years to send them off with something to connect the dots to when they could have their real event. The reunions is something that, you know, we can talk about offline, but my main focus right now is for the kids that never had a prom. You know, we did it 20 years ago. I was class of 99 and 2000. I had to go back for an extra credit. Long story. But, I mean, the bottom line is that I think there's certain things you can't do virtually. And that's why my partners and I and our franchise offices, we came by with the idea of saying, hey, let's do something and give back to the community. Mike, look at what you did. You're offering free IT services. You don't have to do that. I mean, Partners in Sound. You know, we don't have you on a retainer. We have you on a, you know, on a per job basis. We had an internet problem. You are now securing, you're monitoring all 762 of our email addresses, you know, for the next couple of months until, you know, we get back off the ground. You're not charging me. So the bottom line is that, you know, we're all doing what we can. And so my team is coming in tomorrow and we're going to transform our warehouse to.
Is that true? The seniors this year started with 9/11. Was this the graduating class of 9/11?
well, if it was 18 years ago, yeah. Well, yeah, 2000. Poor seniors started school with 9/11, ended with Corona.
Maybe preschool, not kindergarten though, right? Because
I don't.
wait, K, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and 4 years of high school. That's only 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't start school when you're born. Yeah. Yeah. See, I like how we think about that.
So
your mom never had a prom.
Oh well, not my problem.
You're not in school for 19 years. Yeah, 2001 class. Right. What?
Whatever.
I don't understand.
I'm so
anyway. So every business is doing things right. Restaurants are donating food to the first responders, to the hospitals. Okay?
Yeah.
And I think there's just certain things that Tom Bannis, he's doing virtual events to help generate revenue for NFPs that are not able to have events. We're all doing something, and I thought it would be easy for Partners in Sound, along with our partners, to write a check to something. But it's easy to take out your checkbook and make a donation. It's hard to do the right thing. And being able to offer services to all of these schools is the hard thing to do. It takes time, it takes money, it takes energy, and that's what we're going to do. There's talks about delaying proms and graduations to August or even the fall. What do you think about those events after the kids have started college?
They no longer are insured.
No, Prado, I love the question, and this is the question I've been waiting for. So, Prado, the bottom line is that is exactly what should happen. And the reason why we're doing this is to get the pressure off of the faculties to be focused on commencement and graduation, which we have a product here at Partners in Sound, along with our partners, the Tech Geek and Gotham Trinity Productions, that we have a commencement graduation IT virtual solution, should someone want to reach out, not pitching at the show. But the real thing is that we're going to do something now, temporarily, until we can do the real thing. If the real thing's in July, August, September, why not? If you're a high school senior, you go away to college, you come home for the weekend for the prom, if it's important to you. If it's not, you don't.
The only problem was I know we had spoken about this. Isn't there certain things you can't do based on insurance, right? Because once they no longer.
Yes. So let's talk about the insurance issue. Part of, the DOE, the Catholic schools, there's insurance and so on and so forth. But Vito is talking about his 20th high school reunion. Okay. Vito, that event, Vito went to Tottenville Vito and I went to Tottenville together. That reunion is not in conjunction with Tottenville High School. That reunion is going to be something that's organized by somebody from the school. So if, let's say, a graduating senior, maybe it's going to be the president of the SO. Maybe it's going to be, someone involved with the school that's going to be able to get a name of lists and phone numbers and emails. And they're going to say, guys, the school can no longer host it, but, Mike Bloomfield, president of the SO, is going to, Mike, can you please prepare, the prom for the class of 2020? And, you're going to do it. Why? Because it's going to be your responsibility to do it. So the bottom line is that, is it going to be sanctioned? No, it's not going to be sanctioned by the school. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But the bottom line is that I can't worry about tomorrow. I have to worry about today. And Corona is not a sprint. It's a marathon. So we're going to jump the hurdles one at a time. And the hurdle that's faced with me right now is the fact that schools are officially closed. We knew they were going to close them. But the bottom line, we prepared. We do what we do best here at Partners in Sound, and in production, we adapt. Everything's not black and white. You don't tell us you can't. We figure out how we can. And that's why our company's been around for 30 years.
So this was an IT conference. It was 4 days. It was supposed to be in Tennessee, and they did it virtual. And I'm going to tell you, it's not the same. It was interesting. I like being at events. So Moss, you're not wrong. But was it a good stopgap? It was different. It's interesting. They had breakout rooms, networks. So this is how you would walk the booth. So you would almost basically go in. The booths are closed now, so I can see stuff, but I can't talk to people.
I mean, Mike, it's an ingenious idea. It's an
Right.
amazing. It's amazing.
They have all the collateral, all the different things. They had a live chat, it's now closed, but you were able to go through. You
Mike,
could walk. Yeah, but it was not the same.
Okay, but hold on a second. Let's go. Let's go back. Let's get this off for a second.
Yep.
You came into Partners in Sound for your wedding.
Yeah.
Okay? You didn't book us.
I did not book. Well, I think Nicole said I was incorrect. We did not come to Partners in Sound. We went to Plat Dash at the time. So I don't know if they were a part of you or not.
Whatever, it's fine. Platinum was us. Dash Class was our competitor. We're now together.
Yeah.
Why did you not go with us?
With Plat Dash?
Yeah.
At that point, I don't know. I think we met with I remember Plat. She said Plat Dash, and we met with Eric, and I think she really connected with Eric from Sound.
Stop right there. I don't care that you didn't use me.
Right.
You had a connection. That connection was a face-to-face connection, and
of course.
And that's why a virtual conference is never going to work. Because if somebody had an amazing IT solution for your business or something, but the product was amazing, but the tech support and the people in charge were they were just not nice people to work with. The bottom
of course,
line,
yeah.
do business with them.
But you could get connections virtually, and what do I mean? Tom Bang. I've never met the guy. I feel like Tom Bang, who he was watching. We've had him on the show a bunch of times. I've never met him. And I feel like I have a connection. Like I can't wait to actually see him in person and actually have a conversation. I feel like there is some sort of a connection there. So you can get connections over virtually. It's harder. It takes longer. I think you don't get that initial, like where you could, when you're in person, you almost know within a few minutes if you like that person or not. And that's not, doesn't mean it's right, but I think virtually it takes a little longer. I think but you can build connections virtually. I think it's harder.
I agree.
Right. And just think about, like, luckily I don't have to date and deal with this, but Christina, like, she's single, so she has to deal with this, right?
Here we go.
I'm sure, Christina, you meet people online where you think there's a connection, you talk, you chat, you might do video chat, and then you finally meet in person and you're like, yep, not for me.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't date with people online, because it's always like that. Like, you'll have like the most amazing chemistry texting someone or on the phone, and then you're in person and it's like you have to like match up to that, and it's always awkward.
Right. So Tom says more difficult to translate virtually, but you can reach more people.
You can reach more people, but you know what? It's not about how many people you reach. It's about how many good connections you make. You know, right. I remember something, and I'm going to turn around and just use an old.
And while you turn around, George says it's not a replacement, it's a good stopgap. And that's exactly what it is. It's a stopgap.
Here is a stack of business cards.
Yep.
Okay. If you go to a networking event, okay, with this many business cards, there is no value here, guys.
Right, because that means you just walk around passing them out.
Stop. Go to a networking event with only one business card. And this business card is the only person that you may have to make a connection with to put food on your table with your family. Guess what? This business card is now worth millions. It's not worth pennies. That's the concept. And that's the way I believe, you know, when I go to a conference or I go somewhere, I think it's important to, you know, see value. I don't want to just gather business cards. I want to talk to people. And I want to talk to people. He's nice. He's cool. She's all right. She's not. Good product. Can't use it in my business. Sometimes I go to, you know, to these events and I walk around and I come back and I go, oh shit. That guy was pitching me this for that, but I can use that for something totally different. So
this is what you would do?
My number and my email there. All right. Good. Thank you. I'll see you in a moment. All right. Okay.
They gave Sal one business card, and he has to keep taking it back from people.
So when do we want to pick who the most important person in the room is? Let's give it a minute.
You know, every time you go with a live video, we lose viewers, right?
Do we? No, we can't. We can't lose viewers.
Nice to see you. What's going on?
So he has to keep collecting. It was a funny punishment. He had basically, they gave him one business card, and they said you have to find the most important person in the room. So he gave the business card, and then he'd have to go ask for it back from people. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I only had the one. I need to give it to someone else." It was pretty funny. I found it funny. Christina laughed for me. See, we found it funny.
Christina, don't laugh with him.
Oh, Maria got the steaks.
So it's pouring, guys. It's pouring here in the Rossville area.
Yeah,
Virtually good to keep contacts. It's right here. But one-on-one life-changing events can't be done virtually. You would book a wedding venue by virtual. I have to see it. You know.
I agree. I don't think anyone's disagreeing with you, right? I wouldn't want to buy a house without seeing it in person, but you can virtually go through and say, you know what? I think this maybe is the house that I want to see, and not have to go into 10 model homes or 10 homes to find the ones you want to drop it down to actually look in person. You know,
the bottom line, we all have to adapt, but let me tell you right now, you heard it here first. We're going to have to go back to some type of normalcy. You know, we're going to shake hands again, guys. You're going to kiss someone hello again, guys. It's going to happen. Okay? I'm sorry. I will be the pioneer. I will go out and start kissing people and start shaking hands. Mike, I'll pucker right up.
I'll virtually kiss you. That's safe. Less liability as a virtual sale in real estate.
Tom Battis, you make these stupid statements again, you'll never come back on my show, 2022.
Why are you being so mean to Tom Battis?
He wants to write off the next 2.5 years.
Look, I think that's a little crazy, but I'm going to say January is when we see full normalcy. If the vaccine really comes out, but I think we're going to get closer to normalcy. I don't think we're going to be wearing masks for it.
Oh.
You know what? Hold on. I'm taking care of this right now. Hello. How are you? My steaks are in.
Sorry, that was Joe O'Toole for Joyce's Tavern.
And what are you doing there?
I'm on my show. I need to call him back.
Why doesn't he come on the show one day?
He actually wants to do something like a virtual fundraiser event tomorrow night. I think he wants to involve the fund. So obviously we'll talk offline. But humans have a short memory. Within a year, we were back. The new norm will be the old norm. Vinny Bonomi, 2020.
Vaccine trials have begun in Britain. They've also begun in the United States.
We're not going to make this all Corona talk, guys. Parkland Town made its announcement. We're going to move on. So, Mike, what are you doing for dinner? Are you making the steaks?
No. Tomorrow will be steaks when it's 70 degrees and beautiful. I will hang in my backyard. Really? Me and Nicole were trying to figure out what to do today. I was thinking maybe DeLuca's.
Okay. So it's actually funny. I'm actually going to probably do I was going to do the steaks tonight, but I have another big announcement, but I don't want to make it yet. I'm just going to give some information. Midday for Moss in the next week or two is going to be broadcasting from an extremely popular restaurant on Staten Island. I'm going to go there tonight to test their Wi-Fi. Mike, did I talk to you about this?
We spoke yesterday. Yep.
So
you want and let me know later if anything. I can set up a stream there. We could do a recording stuff.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to go there. I'm going to check out the set. And we're gonna do something really cool. It's a very, very, very well-known restaurant. They reached out to us. They wanted to come on one of our shows. I recommended Midday with Moss because I thought breakfast with Bloomy would be a little early for dinner. And
I'm okay with dinner for breakfast.
And got them after dark. Well, they'll probably leave the guests and the restaurant in the green room till 2:00 in the morning. So I figured, Midday would probably be the most, beneficial spot. And if this takes off, this person is probably going to do this once a week and have their own show.
Well, after you dropped off in Breakfast with Bloomy, we had a good 45-minute, 50-minute conversation. We went 2 hours, actually, with Tom. And when I did go upstairs, Nicole asked if we were trying to compete with Titanic for the longest-running movie. But like we said, I think after we get out of being stay-at-home order, I still see one day a week we do Breakfast with Bloomy, one day a week we do Midday with Moss, and I see the Midday with Moss show being where we go out. where we are in a restaurant or a business and we broadcast live from somewhere.
Are you
I think the
suit?
what?
Are you going to wear your Tyvek suit?
Sure. So I'll wear my whatever happened. Weren't you supposed to order me a suit with your face inside? Did you order that yet?
I don't remember. Was I drunk when
That
I
was
said
weeks ago. We had the Alfred on. You said you would pay for the suit as long as I had your face on in the liner. And whenever I saw you, if I flip it around to be the liner on the outside.
suit? That's dressed. I'm talking about like your hazmat suit that you wear.
Oh, that suit? No. Hopefully I'll be by that point. If I'm out, I'll be okay. And then we said that we'll probably do a 1 day a week Gotham After Dark. You know, I think we keep the shows. We just bring them to 1 day a week. Oh, and look at this. One of our co-hosts joined.
I'll get my real one day. Hello, Moss. I've missed your beautiful virtual face. How are you? I might have to give Moss a virtual handy. He's got me so excited about all the stuff he's talking about, and I'm not saying it's going to take us 2 years.
What's in your hand? Is that tissues?
Yeah, I was watching Moss. No, you know what? I was just eating an artichoke that my wife made a delicious lunch. I'm watching my favorite midday TV series.
Hold on. You have tissues in your hand. Are you wearing pants, or were you?
I'm never wearing pants. It's the new normal, Moss. I don't wear pants. You don't want to see it. I don't have enough camera space for it.
I heard it's a small show.
Yeah, on your end, I'll take it out on Gotham After Dark. Mark my words. Go ahead.
I think that the worst part of going back to work is the fact that I can't wear basketball shorts everywhere again.
I know. My wardrobe has totally changed.
I'm just so comfortable. I just wear t-shirts and basketball shorts all day, and I love it.
Moss wears that to work every day. Look at him. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's only in a suit when he goes out.
Right?
Yeah, I've been rotating like the same 2 pairs of sweatpants since this started.
I wear jeans every day. I wear a polo, a hoodie. I wear dress pants once or twice a month.
Do you? I'm in gray sweatpants almost every day. Gray sweats, sometimes black sweats if I want to change it up. That's it. I do a lot of laundry and I take a lot of showers. I don't even know why. I shower at night. So, all right, that's a good conversation. Do you shower at night or morning?
Morning.
I shower at night because I gotta let my hair dry.
I shower morning, night, and before most of my cast. How about that?
No, is that only in quarantine or normal?
No. Only in quarantine. It's something I think the shower relaxes me and gives me a sense of peace. So it's my escape. So I think I shower more now than ever. Usually I'm once a day. Normally I'm in the morning. I needed to wake up.
See, I like to shower right either when I get home from work or if I can't do anything crazy at work. I like to shower right before bed and be comfortable. Yeah. And but like during quarantine, I will shower. Like if I my wife, I have to go Country Donuts to get donuts for Adriana. I will definitely shower as soon as I get back from there. Like I didn't feel like it was right for me to be like, hey Jimmy, can you go get me a dozen donuts at Country Donuts? Like I hinted it earlier and he didn't bite. So I wasn't gonna call and be like, hey, I need you to go get donuts for me. So I am going to venture out and go to Country and get donuts. And when I get home, I will immediately shower.
You know what we should do, Tom?
What's up?
Let's call Cousin Richie.
He created a Facebook just so he could watch us. You know that? That's what's crazy.
Does he watch, though? Do you know?
He's such a voyeur. He's definitely watching. He's a creep. He's watching, but he's not commenting. He's out there. I know. You know you're one of those lurkers.
Tom, did you watch the show at 2:00?
What are you doing?
I got portions of it for sure. Yeah. You know what? I was cutting it in and out because I was doing work. Sorry.
Working where?
I'm working on Desiree's lower half of the fucking body. I don't.
Oh, so I just want to let you know you're live on our TV show with me and Tom Bannis.
Yeah, that's smart to put me on here uncensored.
That's so, everybody wants to know how me and Tom are related. Can you explain that to him?
It's through me. You wouldn't understand it. It's from the old country, and that's all I can say about that.
Richie, tell Richie. Yeah. Ask him if we're packing in this family. Richie will let you know. Go ahead.
If what?
He wants to know if he's
Ma said, go ahead.
He's
what, fudge packing?
It could be fudge packing.
Only with Moss.
But the bottom line is that
my top though, power
don't
top.
Wear pants anymore. And I told him it was a small, and I told him it was a small show, and he turned around and said, "Not in any way. His camera's not big enough."
Oh, you're talking about the fucking lineage of family fucking beef. Oh no, there's tons of beef to go around this family.
See, that's funny.
We have millions of viewers.
Millions on millions.
If they're looking for an amateur porn shoot, they call Tom.
If they're looking for an amateur porn shoot, to call Tom Bannis.
Yep.
I'm telling you, I'm finding other lines of work.
He's a semi-pro fluffer.
Okay. All right. So now we have to ask you one real question on the air, Rich. Is it true that you made a fake Facebook page to watch me and Tom Bannis on Facebook?
Absolutely. There's 3 of them.
3 of them. You see? All right.
Facts. Midday with Moss.
We brought out the facts. People want to know how we're related. I said through cousin Richie.
That's him. Cousin Richie. That's him. How'd they get him on video already?
That's it. That's all they need to know. All right. Well, we're going to get back to our show. Millions of viewers are looking for us.
Joy is the sound #1, baby.
I don't even know where you got that clip from. Good for you, Blue. You're right up.
Vingy Benami just sent it to me.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Hello?
Oh, man.
So that's how Tom and I are related through cousin Richie.
Cousin Richie is funny. He is a good man. A good man.
He finally got into social media. It only took him 20 years.
But you see, this is another great thing that's come from this whole coronavirus pandemic. He's now following us on social media because you're virtually live in the midday. So you're bringing people into the newest century, Mas. That's your influence.
I'm making America great again.
Audriana called to tell me not to go outside. It's stormy out. Go get the donuts after the thunder.
I'm telling you, I feel like the best way to do it is people that are going out. Use them as couriers.
So Vito,
I do not look like Alan Katz, and I definitely don't have the same political views as Alan Katz because he is definitely one person I've unfollowed on Facebook. If we're going to be completely honest,
really, you unfollowed somebody on Facebook?
I didn't unlike him. I snoozed him for 30 days.
I appreciate that.
I like Alan.
Yeah,
has anybody else unfollowed or snoozed somebody on Facebook in this group, Moss?
During this quarantine, I've snoozed quite a bunch.
I mean, Christina used to DM me all the time. I had to snooze her for a while.
You're a big
also
deal.
She's also a lurker.
Herself. Do you never unsnooze somebody?
I really honestly, people know me. I get delete them.
Alan's very nice. I've met him a number of times. I had to snooze him. His views are quite skewed, in my opinion. And a number of people attacked him, and he was just saying off the wall stuff. Which, again, what I consider off the wall doesn't make it right. But in my right, I snoozed him, so I didn't have to see the off the wall comments.
I guess it's only appropriate. We've done it every day this week. We probably have to share.
What are we sharing?
Oh, your mom.
Make it happen.
Whoa. Brandon said that Alan Katz is my neighbor, and I'm about to do the same, Bloom. Wow. Let's see. What will be the first sport to come back? Flip cups. Do this.
I love their show.
So today, what I made.
Look at those.
My son requested it, so I made him happy. And
you or Marco?
Product.
Never me.
I know he will enjoy it.
That looks so delicious, but unhealthy.
That looks great. Does your mom know how to make Zeppelis?
The Zeppelis really aren't hard.
Now what are we doing there? What's the music? I like how Tom. Let me ask you a question. When you're hosting your show, right? Do you go through your Facebook news feed, comment, watch videos, or are you engaged with your audience? I'm just curious.
People are DMing me saying, "Mark, bring on your mother. Mas, do this. Mas, do that." You know,
you need a personal assistant.
Show is pretty much this. You right?
I got to tell you the truth. I need a camera that's going to go like right here between both screens.
That's smart. A lot like multi-view camera, so we can keep hitting the other angles. I could see it happening.
Yeah, I should. Now you know what? Now you got me thinking.
Christina, what are you doing that you mute everybody and just sit there and you're doing something totally different?
She destroyed her headphones.
My dog ate my headphones yesterday, so the microphone that was attached, I can no longer use. So the fan runs consistently on this laptop, so it's too loud to stay muted.
All right, I just moved my camera over. I'm just curious. Can you tell I'm looking at the other monitor?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, your eyes are still good. Yeah, your eyes are still moving.
Eyes are still directly looking.
That's one of the things I hate most about when I have to look at my other computer. I do this. I look like a dope, and I don't even like my profile. But I get it. I see what Moss is doing there.
Yeah, I got
that because you know what we need multiple cameras, and we switch just to a cut to the other camera.
Quarantine is over. I'm going to redo my office, and maybe when I get back, when I actually start making money again, and I'm actually going to make it so that I can have multiple cameras and actually broadcast, because I enjoy doing this, and I actually like to educate people in our industry a little bit more, and I just don't love the angle. So
I don't want to toot your horn too much, Moss, but you do. You are one of the pioneers in that industry. So like you tend to set trends for other DJs and stuff. So I'm sure they're watching you, and people are still trying to play catch up. So as much as you've adapted this way, I feel like what you do is going to have people following you through it in your industry.
I just want to be. I pay attention.
Moss. I like it better when we do it this way. Moss, where are you, Moss? I like to play around.
Are you done?
Maybe I go.
I like how I brought this show to a screeching halt. He was just like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy on the show with me? Get him off! How did Mike get on this show?" Moss, all right, wait. Question: a year ago, if someone said, "Moss, you're going to be on live shows 3 days a week with Mike Bloomfield for 2 months straight," would you been like, "Get the fuck out of here"? No way.
Like, I'd rather pour fucking acid in my eyes.
For 2 months straight, you're going to be on live shows 3 days a week, and your new best friend is going to be Bloomy, and you're going to call and text Bloomy all day. You would have been like, "Yeah, okay."
You
True?
look like a head in the toilet. Oh, this is a delayed comment.
Comment.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, listen. I never thought that I'd be sitting home for 60 days doing nothing. Well, I'm sitting here. Listen, I come here every day, like thinking people are actually going to be here. Like I open people's office doors. I'm like, maybe they're there, maybe they're not.
Here's the crazy thing, Tom. Right? It's perception. You and I actually are sitting home. Christina, she goes to CVS every day, but you and I sit home, right? When was the last time you were out of your house? Oh, you went yesterday to get something for your wife.
Lee's Tavern. She felt like Lee's Tavern, so I went there. But it was very precautious, but it's supporting a local business. I think it's the right thing to do.
I'm ordering delivery. But how often are you going out?
Oh, not much. Like I'm gardening in the backyard.
That doesn't count. You're in your own little realm. How often
my perimeter,
are you going to stores, this, that?
Once every 10 days.
Okay.
10
Moss
to 14 days.
is over there. He can never imagine being stuck inside for 60 days. He hasn't been one whole day in his house. He's everywhere. Like I get, like you're going to park down Montalbano, so you're going to your certain spots. I'm not saying you're everywhere. You're not Uncle Joey by any means. You are going to your spot.
You made a false statement.
Okay.
I am not everywhere. I go get coffee every day. I respect social distancing. Yep. I Country Donuts. I wait 6 feet. By the time I get to the counter, the girls are like, "Hey, Moss, how's everything? 2 for you and 2 for Dad's, right? Good." Over there, I hand them. I take my cash. I hand them cash. I put a couple $100 on a Country Donuts gift card. I swipe the gift card. I give it to them, and I leave. I deliver coffee to Desiree. I stop at Montalbano's, which is closed to the public. Okay.
I didn't know that. I applaud that. I didn't know they were closed to the public. Go ahead.
They did last week, right? They closed.
They right after the Tuesday after Easter. Okay. I go to Montalbano's where it's just their immediate staff, which same staff there every day. I make sure they're in a good spot to help them. Then I come to Partners in Sound. Then I go back to Montalbano's because getting lunch for one person is not easy. Okay. Then I go back to Montalbano's. I get lunch. I come back to Partners in Sound. The highlight of my day is approving unemployment for my employees because they still come in every day. 7 weeks later, people are still just finally getting approved. Great system.
But they go retro though, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think people need to beat.
No,
my wife hasn't gotten $1. She's been terminated since the 19th.
I thought it goes retro to when you were unemployed. It's just when you get approved, you get a bunch of checks.
I don't work for the Department of Labor, but I can tell you that I don't think it does, from what I'm being told. Then I leave here. I go back to Montalbano's. I go over the order. I take home food and I go home. So where do I go? Home?
But that's still meaning I haven't left my house in I've went to like my in-laws to drop stuff off, but I don't really. On most days, I'm in my house and that's it. I'm only in my house. So if you can say I'm stuck at home, you're at least getting out and seeing different environments. I see this room. I see my theater.
To his credit, Moss would usually be in 400 different places talking to 400 other people and shaking 400 other hands. So his distancing is he's definitely way less than he would be if you would let him just do whatever he would want to do. Right?
All right. And if we're going to talk about why the server, why like unemployment is so slow, I had sent you this picture, Moss, and you're actually going to answer me back. I thought you would laugh when I sent it to you. So let me load this up and boom. That's the Pornhub server room. Where's the unemployment office server room? Like, you would think so, right?
You would think Pornhub would have crashed and not the unemployment server. I don't understand it.
Like,
there's got to be way more of that.
Like New Jersey was looking for COBOL programmers. You don't even understand how old of a programming language that is. That's like 30-year-old programming language. Why are they still running their unemployment system on that language? It's insane.
So Mike wants to know if we should talk about where I was just now.
Yeah, I asked. I can't just do it. No.
I did. I went to go wish my
Angela.
I went to go wish my friend a happy birthday, and we had a birthday lunch. We socially distanced.
Look at Tom's face. Tom's just like,
as much as I try to like stick up for him,
he was at a birthday party.
Oh yeah, okay. 300 people with a fucking stripper hanging from the wall. Come on.
How many people were there?
There was 4 of us.
Okay. You know what?
In a conference room that sits 20.
Oh, you weren't outside?
No. It was raining out.
And that the conference room I was in the Pro Show conference room. That conference room don't fit 20 people. Is that the one with the glass wall that looks at the warehouse?
No. The new conference room.
Okay. I was about to say, if you fit 20 people in there, wow.
No,
Frankie Pro Show is not a young man either. I don't know if I'd be exposing him to other people.
He comes to visit me every day.
Is he Frank's the one that was in there behind you one day, right?
Yeah. Well, they come in. Listen, guys, we do own the cafe. We do have bookkeeping that needs to be done. You know, who's a signer on this account? Who's a signer on that? You know, listen, there's business. You know, when you and here's my thing.
I get it.
When you're around someone every day, with all due respect, either if we had it, we both had it. If we didn't have it, we both don't have it. And if one of us get it, the other one's probably going to get it. So we're around, Frankie and I are every single day. It's like, I don't understand this. And I don't want to, again, I really try not to make the show Corona-ish, but we got to touch on it. How does husband have it and wife not?
It's not how it happens. Sometimes husband has it, wife had no symptoms and had it already, and some people's immune systems are better. Some people can kill it quicker.
Could you guys please come on my show when I have that girl with all the facts? I'm creating. I need to create a thing where people put all their facts that they've heard, and she's either going to debunk them or tell you if it's true. And I think that's going to be great.
Well, but hold on a second. Who made her judge and jury?
All right, I'll give you. I'll give you some of her background. She's not.
Don't
she's
have
not
Moss on this show.
She was on. She originally went to Princeton for a graduate degree. Then she went to St. John's. Then she went to Harvard for her master's. Her degrees are in public health and law. And she all of her facts are checked and fact checked on peer review sites, which is all different experts in the field that put them up, and then they argue back and forth until they say true or untrue. So it's not you don't tell her and then she responds right back. She does all the statistical data and then gives the yes and no on is this true, is this not true. So she's willing to do it. She said yes to me. I thought that was a great thing. Now I just need to collect all the information that people have these questions and then give her a chance to retort and give them the real facts. Why don't we have her
come? Would she come on the Midday show? We'll bring her and you on together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
Moss, would you allow them on?
Of course, I'm going to challenge her.
I love that. You are just like everybody. But give me the questions and I'll let her do the research. She has to do it.
Moss will be like, I went to the school, motherfucking Hard Knock Life. Where'd you go?
Number one, some of the most educated people I know are the stupidest motherfuckers that walk this planet.
Totally agreed. Totally agreed.
I could read a book and give you every answer, but they're like, "Oh my God, house is on fire!" Ah!
Yeah, there's common sense versus book smart. Very different.
No. Totally agreed. But her thing is she doesn't answer a question. She won't give you an answer right away unless she's able to research it.
I have a question. Mas, if you were having a heart attack and you could pick a doctor, are you going to pick the doctor who could read the books and is book smart, but if there was a fire rung out, or are you going to pick the guy with common sense who's like, whatever, I'll deal with it as it comes? Which one you going with?
You got to be a little bit more specific. If I had a heart attack right now and there was a genius, okay, the most smartest kid in the world that just graduated medical school with perfect grades
for cardiology,
or a doctor that's barely passed medical school that's done the procedure 1,000 times, I'm taking that guy.
That's
really
okay,
that's an argumentative question. I get that.
That is, but okay, but
I want to go like this.
Experience is more important, I think.
Yeah, experience is more important. But now, what about the janitor who you think has more common sense? Are you taking the book smart guy or the janitor with has more?
There you go. Or the janitor who's performed heart surgery because he had to in wartime one time.
Right. Yeah.
1,000 times, but he had to do it under wartime. He had no training.
I take out my gun and start shooting and say, go, start operating.
Right, because that's pretty much who we're listening to, right? We're on Facebook like, look, that guy's a scientist. He don't know what he's talking about. But my friend, he says a lot of good things, and you know, I really like what he has to say. He runs a successful business. He's who I'm going to for my news source.
Mike, I'm going to turn around and tell you I have many mentors, okay? And my mentors are no way, shape, or form rocket scientists. Okay, I'm going to tell you, Frank D'Amato is one of my mentors. Okay, regular guy, came from nothing, built. He's very, very, very successful. He didn't go to college. He's not an Ivy League graduate, but the guy is common sense and made something out of nothing. Jerry Amorosi is another one of my mentors. Okay,
Jerry will tell you to stay home and not leave.
Okay, but Jerry has a lot of unique ways. Do people know that a lot of people, and Jerry's going to be a guest on our show, Jerry owns Gerald Peters' jewelry store in the mall.
Pandora.
And Pandora. They were gold mine. Before that, did you know that Jerry owned Hooters?
Yes, I actually didn't know that.
Jerry started in the Caesars Bay Bazaar, and he started running the food court. A lot of background of Jerry. The guy's had his hands in multiple things, right? Frank Provenzano, another one of my mentors. The thing is that for me, as a business owner, that time you base my success as being a pioneer. I've surrounded myself with people that I kind of look up to in different facets. If, with all due respect, if I had a entrepreneur or an Ivy League graduate that went to automatically into a CEO position, the entrepreneur to me is more valuable. His opinion is more real. It's more relevant. If you turn around, if I said, to my mother, if you asked my mother when I was 14 years old and I asked her for $10,000 for DJ equipment, everybody that lived on my block who was a cop, who was a fireman, who was a con ed, regular, hardworking, good people. You're going to give your son $10,000 to buy DJ equipment? It's a fad. He'll be done in 3 months. My mother believed in me and gave it to me. Why? Because to be honest with you, and I'm not knocking it, but the guy that has that city job, it's a different mentality. They're not entrepreneurs. So,
I agree with you there too. I agree with you on so many points, Mas.
Listen, fucking Richie dragged me to St. John's. He cost me like $20,000. I joined.
I get it.
With Richie. He's like, bro, we're going to get city jobs and we're going to be all right. And I'm like, all right, it sounds good. By like October, I'm like, I can't do this, bro. Can't do this. This ain't for me. So again, it's all about relevant and so on and so forth. But when you turn around and say, okay, if God forbid, if I needed a medical procedure, I want to see the best of the best. But I'm going to give you a better scenario, Mike. I interviewed 7 fucking surgeons before my surgery. Okay? The first 6 were the top of the top. Okay? They wouldn't look me in the eye. One guy had his head buried in his phone. The guy from NYU, he had more plaques on his wall, but he couldn't finish a fucking sentence. Okay. And another guy, he smelled. You know, if you have bad hygiene, you're going to cut me open. Okay. The other guy I went to was, I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Okay. I'm not making fun of him. I think he was Indian. I just couldn't understand the guy. And the last surgeon I went to, I never forget, sat down in his office. He goes, so what brings you here? I said, I'm 350 pounds. You don't see any old fat people. Okay. And I'm here on a bet. And he said, why? He goes, and I went through the whole story. I don't want to bore us because we're past 4 o'clock. He goes, so what's up? I said, I'm interested about the procedure. He goes, what do you want to know? And he sat back in his office. He didn't put his chair back, put his feet up, and goes, what do you want to know about the procedure? I literally,
like, that's my guy.
That leads to your connection. You had a connection with him.
I literally turned around and said, well, I went to a bunch of surgeons. He goes, so why me over everyone else? I said, they said you had a good personality. You obviously work out of Robert Wood Johnson, pretty reputable hospital, right? I mean, it's the NYU of New Jersey. And I can picture myself hanging out with him in a Vegas pool party. Cool guy, felt comfortable.
Do you hang out with him now?
No. But the bottom line is that the guy, and I did some research on him, he was very, very, very reputable, but he was nowhere near as accredited as some of the other surgeons I saw. But I had a connection with him.
Yeah, but we're not, all right. What I'm saying is not that we should be not, I'm just saying let's know where our sources are coming from. Just like you just said, you did research on him and you found out how credible he was before you dealt with him. I think that's what we need to do.
After I went to him, I had some
No, before you got the surgery.
Oh, after the surgery, I did a little Googling, but he's a Robert Wood Johnson.
But I'm saying before the surgery, you made sure that he wasn't just the most charismatic man in the room, but actually didn't really have a degree.
I would turn around and I would compromise a couple of plaques on a wall for a guy that I could have a beer with in a bar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. But I also think that facts are very important, right? So I think that, here's the thing. I think a lot of the people that know the facts can't convey the facts. Like you just said, they're socially awkward. They bury their face in the phone. They smell funny. Whatever it is that you're not going to connect to that person.
If the guy would have asked why you chose not to go with me, would you have told him, I'm sorry, you smell?
He definitely would have said that.
Me? Mike, I make fun of you every day that you fucking won't leave your house and you spray Lysol on everything you eat.
So you would have told the guy, if he called and he said, Mom, I just want to know why. You go, well, you smell.
Hold on a second, Mike. Whoa. This brings up a big fact. If you don't want to know the truth, then don't ask the fucking question.
And let me add something to this. Some people might call Moss an asshole, but it's only because he speaks the truth. But you got to respect that. I'd rather deal with somebody you would call an asshole that's honest than a bullshit artist that tells you look great and smell fantastic every time. Right?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I just, it's in my bones. I can't lie. I can't lie. I need to just tell the truth.
Oh, I met your guy. Talking about telling the story about you thought you were gay. I met your boyfriend Tommy. He was with Alex when they dropped these stakes off.
That sucks. I would have loved to meet him.
I met them from 6 feet away. I was like, "Hey, how
are you?" I gave him the elbow.
Elbowing him. I would not.
I'm air high fiving all day.
So my aunt wants to tell the story. We're past 4 o'clock. Do you want me to tell the story?
How long is the story?
About 4 minutes.
4 minutes is fine, and then we're ending the show.
Okay. So as everyone knows, I don't really listen to nobody. But my partner, Mike, is the most genuine, sweet person you'll ever meet. But he is the most fucking neurotic. So like when he gets something in his head, he don't leave you alone. So I said, Mike, I'm probably going to blow off the surgery. Okay. This isn't even funny. You can't say that.
Viewership is skyrocketing.
Okay. The bottom line is I said, Mike, you got to break my chops. You got to stay on top of me to make sure I go to the surgeon and I go to all the things. So the first appointment I went to when I met him, we both were wearing matching Partners in Sound t-shirts. So we're sitting at the desk and, like Mike is a little metro. He's got the perfect eyebrows and he goes and gets whatever. So this goes through the whole process. the morning of my surgery, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared, really scared. And Desiree comes into the pre-op area, and the doctor comes out and he goes, "Oh, hi, how are you?" I said, "Oh, how are you?" He goes, "Because this is Desiree. Hi, pop. No big deal." All of a sudden, the doctor, Desiree goes, "All right, I'll talk to you later." So she walks out, and the doctor goes, "Wow, who is that?" And I said, "Who?" He goes, "The girl's very, very pretty. She's gorgeous. The brunette." I'm like, "Who?" Because the girl that was just here. I said, "My wife?" He goes, "I swear I knew you weren't fucking gay." And I'm like, "Gay? Why would you think I'm gay?" He goes, "Well, that first time you came into my office with me, you said that was your partner." And I'm like, "And you guys were wearing matching shirts, and he came to every appointment with you." I'm like, "It's my business partner." So there's the story.
Now I get it. I could see you and Mike G. I get it. I understand.
But he
does have perfect eyebrows.
He thought I was gay. I was like, he goes, "You didn't really come." He goes, "But I don't judge." I'm like, "No, neither do I. I could care less." He goes, "But
is there anything wrong with that?"
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Listen, I love and hate everyone equally. I don't care what you are. Black, white, yellow, green, straight, gay, Christian, Muslim, Jewish. I really don't care.
I don't know if that's the least racist thing you could say or the most racist thing. I think it kind of is from both.
I don't hate nobody. I love him. I treat everyone the same. I don't care who you are, what you believe in, what your thoughts are. I really don't care. If you're a nice person, you're a nice person.
Mas, let me ask you this.
You're an asshole. That's it. Christina,
Mas,
back me up on that.
Mas, how many genders are there?
To me?
Go ahead.
To me, I don't judge. I accept it. To me, there's two. It's male, female. That's it.
Listen, I don't really, I think a real comment that you guys, not Moss, just got my steak delivery. Oh,
hey, STK Steaks.
And thanks for taking care of the graduate commencement PSA for us. We're still waiting for you to sign off on it. Still waiting for the Partisan Sound PSA. It's only 4:00. Thanks, Ant. And thanks for sending me the voicemail 3 times today.
Aunt Rappaciolo, I already am on the virtual wine tasting list. Check your numbers.
You?
I hope I was
look
the first
that out
one.
with Nicole. And Anthony Rappaciolo, you trolled me today. We will have revenge.
Oh, what time?
7:00 on COVID Talks. Wait for the comments. I'm actually programming a bot. It's just going to comment nonstop.
So if you was busy putting together virtual wine tasting. Oh, okay. So your business is more important than mine. Thanks. Make sure you cancel that fucking retainer. Anyway, listen, I think there's the whole gender thing. We agree not to talk politics on the show. Tom, I'm going to deflect the question.
I think I've silenced Moss. I've done the impossible.
Thank you. You could come on anytime. All I remember is here. The Regal Theater. Right? I think it's Regal that opened in Tottenville. They have a gender neutral bathroom, and I remember going there and just people outside. What is this? Gender neutral. I don't even understand. Mom, come here. Look, Mom, gender neutral. This is a disgrace. How could they have it? First off, it's the law in New York City. You now have to have a gender neutral bathroom. It doesn't mean that if you're gender neutral, it just means it's a shared bathroom. Any single person bathroom is now gender neutral. That's all that means.
PISP headquarters has had a gender neutral bathroom for like 15 years. He was way ahead of that curve.
Or we could just call it a bathroom.
Christina, hold on. As the father of a little girl.
Yep.
As a father of a little girl.
Yep.
I don't know how comfortable I would feel with a male who has identified himself as a female being in the same restroom as my daughter. And I think
that's what the point of a gender neutral bathroom is. It's a single bathroom.
Female or sick, and that's fine. But the problem is that you can't. I think the next year or two, it's going to be like Limelight or Sound Factory was, where it's just going to be unisex. And I think up until like 18 years old.
Was that Avalon I used to go to that had just a single bathroom? It was boys and girls together.
It was Sound Factory. It was just one bathroom, boys or girls.
And with the men peeing like a trough, and the girls would walk around you.
I don't remember.
There was like one club in the city. I don't remember where. It was the weirdest thing. the men would be at like a trough in the middle, and the girls would be walking around.
I don't remember.
I think it was the dungeon.
You got to poop.
Well, Wagner College had years ago. Like going back 13 years ago, had if you dormed there, it was a co-ed bathroom.
Co-ed, okay.
But that's so weird. Like I'd be at the urinal and girls would be coming out of the shower behind me. Like that's just odd. Like yeah,
they're saying that was factory bathroom.
Was factory.
Yep.
Top floor. Apparently, I used to go to club.
Anthony bathroom. It was.
I'm getting another call. Are we ending the show?
I think it's time to end the show. It is 4:15. We have a great night. Oh no, we don't. We don't do that.
I'm giving away $500 tonight. Come join me.
Are you
live in Jersey? Yeah, that's what I do every Friday. Every Friday, I give away $500 to play poker for free. No
I think
cost.
we should start our own show at 7:00 weekdays. Or not go to Anthony Rapachulo's COVID Talks.
Oh, we're gonna go dead against his COVID Talks.
I bet you. Well, he only has like 3 viewers. Vito, I'll buy a house from you. You'll get the commission as long as you don't turn around and go back to any of Rapachulo's shows.
This guy buying another house. It's like his 9th. That's why he go to so many places.
Bloomy, help Julie Shapani, or when you can.
I like them. What do I have to help Julie with?
Don't help her do anything until you turn around and finish doing what you're supposed to do for me, bitch.
What's up?
All right, guys.
I'm hanging up. All right, hold on.
Back to my
All
artichoke.
right, we're ending the show. We'll see
guys.
you Monday for Breakfast with Bloomy. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.